St. Albert is always on the best place to raise your family list, but is it actually the right move for your family? I've helped families move here, I grew up here, and I'm raising my own girls here. So trust me, this isn't a sugar-coated take. Today I'm breaking down the real pros, the real cons, and what you need to know before making a huge decision. And if you're torn between St. Albert and any other options, stay till the end. I'll be very clear about who the city is great for and who should keep on looking. I'm Lee, a local realtor and a St. Albert mom. I've lived here for over 35 years. I didn't just study the city, I grew up here, watching neighborhoods change, and now I'm watching my own daughters do the same thing I did as a kid. Maybe not all the things I did. So here's everything you want to hear. It comes from someone who has skin in the game and not just a sales pitch. My email is below, reach out anytime. Okay, first pro. And this one sounds like marketing until you actually experience it. St. Albert has a family-first culture. That is generally real. No tagline, no brochure, real. I grew up here, and now I'm raising my daughters here. And I'll tell you what stayed consistent over 3 decades. The place looks out for families. Neighbors look out for each other, and I mean literally. Someone is always watching from their window. You move in on a Friday, and by the following Friday, some of your neighbors will know your name, your dog's name, and what time you leave for work. It sounds creepy. It actually is the most comforting thing in the world. And yes, someone may show up with a sweet treat. It's that kind of place. Parks everywhere, trails connecting every single neighborhood, community events that people actually show up to, like the Children's Festival, Rockin' August Car Festival, Rainmaker Rodeo, and the Snowflake Festival to kick off Christmas. For families coming from big cities or busier places, the feeling when you arrive is almost startling. It's just quieter. That sense of belonging as a parent, it's hard to put a price on. Education is the number one thing families ask me about, and St. Albert actually delivers here. You've got public school, Catholic school, Francophone, and alternative programs. Real flexibility depending on how your child learns best. My oldest daughter went through French immersion here from kindergarten to grade 12. My youngest is in it. So I haven't just recommended this program to families, I've lived it twice. I've been through those parent meetings. I've seen the teachers show up. Beyond school, there is sports programs, rec center, swimming, dancing, city activities. It's all close. It's all accessible. When you're juggling work, life, kids' schedules, that closeness matters more than you realize until you're in it. This is honestly why most families land on St. Albert over other options. You get the calm, family-centered environment. And Edmonton is just right there when you need it. Major hospitals, jobs, big shopping, restaurants, and entertainment. All of it accessible without living in the middle of urban chaos. I've heard this over and over from families after they've moved. Coming home at the end of the day feels like stepping in a completely different world. Like someone hit the decompression button, close enough to everything you need, far enough to actually breathe. If you've been craving that balance, opportunity without stress, this is it. This one sneaks up on people. The parks and trail system here aren't just nice to have, they actually change your daily habits. River Valley access, connected walking paths, green space woven through every neighborhood. What happens is getting outside stops being a planned event and just becomes what you do. Evening walks, weekend bike rides, playground trips, it all becomes automatically. Your step count goes up, your stress goes down, your dog becomes annoyingly fit. It sounds like a small thing. Over months and years, it generally improves your quality of life. I've seen it happen with family after family. All right, real talk time, because I promised you honesty and I meant it. St. Albert costs more, especially for single family homes. You're generally paying a premium compared to many Edmonton areas. Here's what you're paying for: schools, community, lifestyle, long-term value. Some families think that's completely worth it. Others need to get creative, adjust expectations, or look at specific neighborhoods more carefully. Neither response is wrong, but knowing this up front saves you from a very unpleasant surprise later. Nobody likes sticker shock, especially me living here for over 35 years, and I still do double takes at some of these prices. I'm not going to pretend the commute is perfect. because it's not. Rush hour is real. School zones, bridge bottlenecks, main roads, they are backed up. And the traffic lights, some of them seemed personally designed to make you late. I'm convinced there's a tiny gremlin controlling the lights on St.Albert Trail. You will learn alternative routes. You will adjust your timing, but there is a learning curve. And if you're commuting into Edmonton every single day, you need to factor that honestly into your decision. Don't let this be a surprise. Plan for it. St. Albert is not a nightlife city. Evenings are quiet. Late night snack options are minimal. If your perfect Friday night is bar hopping until 2 a.m., you're going to be doing that in Edmonton and then Ubering home. Budget accordingly. Most families consider this a perk, not a downside, but just know what you're signing up for. Here's something people don't talk enough about. St. Albert isn't one experience. Take two neighborhoods, Erin Ridge North and Lacombe Park. Erin Ridge North is a newer development. Younger families, lots of kids on the street. It's the neighborhood where someone in the summer is power washing their driveway on a Saturday morning. Lacombe Park is more established with mature trees, a quieter feeling, and tends to attract buyers looking for more character and charm in their home. Same city, completely different vibe. Different school zones for elementary and junior high, different price ranges, different community energy. Choosing the right neighborhood matters just as much as the city, maybe even more. This is where working with someone who actually knows St. Albert, grew up in it, is raising daughters in it, becomes generally valuable. Not all neighborhoods are the right fit for all families. St. Albert is an incredible fit for families, people who want stability, and buyers who are ready to put down roots. If you want a true home base, not just a house, this city delivers. If your budget is extremely tight, nightlife generally matters to your lifestyle, or daily Edmonton commute is a deal breaker, St. Albert might not be your match, and that's completely okay. It's better to know now than discover it after you've already painted your living room. If you're comparing St. Albert to Edmonton or any other area and want a real breakdown, drop compare in the comments with the city you're weighing it against. I'll answer every single one. And if St. Albert is on your shortlist, check out my neighborhood video breakdowns so you can know exactly where you belong. No pressure, no rush. Just honest information you need to make the right call for your family. And I will see you in the next one.